Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this vlog. So today I'm going to discuss something on the field of education. It's like a note-taking method. It's very popular in all the continents across the world, from students to working professionals who take meetings and all that. And this is related to the fact of how to take a proper notes. Let's say we come across a lot of things like studying a particular subject, studying a particular thesis or a theory, and now the question remains how to take proper notes. Is it viable? Is it really viable that we read the entire thing and take down every single point of it, and then we are in a situation where we are actually creating another book. We are creating a Xerox copy just in a written form. That's not right. So to simplify this, Professor Walter from the Cornell University had designed a particular method. Now that particular method has been modified by very different kind of people. Like for example, me, I have modified it according to my own. Like it is not necessarily that you have to carry a particular part of the pattern. You can modify it according to your need. I'm going to discuss the crux and I'm going to show the modification that I have made that helps purpose for me. Okay, after this, I'm going to take the phone and show you in a detailed manner of the kind of notes that I carry. This is something related to the field of project management that I mean this is something related to the working professionals and all that, the kind of courses that we do for upskilling and all that. So this is something on the managerial aspect, and this is something I have prepared as a sample, you can say, like for people studying about current affairs and all that. I have other stuffs as well, but I'll discuss in detail about here because I have done it over here. And now let's get into the making part. So the first part of the making is just take a simple blank page. This is a page. Okay, now you have to divide this particular page. Okay, so first part will be like this, second part will be like this, third part will be like this. Now this is not a continuation. For example, the traditional method suggests that this is a continuation, like for every page you have to do like this or something like that. I mean, people do it like that way, but I do it chapter wise. For example, let's say I'm studying a particular chapter on, take an example, maybe the first war of Indian independence, and only in the first page of that I will have this, or maximum second page. I will not keep the same pattern in the third page. So I'll just show the marking in a physical ground. So take the scale. I need a black pen. Oops. Let's do with this. Okay, so this is the first part. Second, third. Now I'll show you the kind of modifications that I carry. So over here I'll put one more column like this. Yeah, something like this. This is like an A4 sheet paper. So now over here I'll write what is the topic. Okay, I will give a timestamp. For example, right now it is 20:21 hours. Okay, and then is subject. Okay, now this, with reference to this particular subject and this particular topic, where is it related? Like for example, the modern history. Okay, so history is related to the part of the UPSC mains as well. Okay, as well as prelims or CDS, whatever. You can put up an example. Here I will write expected or due date of revision. Got it? So something like that. Like for example, if I am studying a particular chapter today, so I will take maybe 3 days or 4 days depending upon the length of the chapter. Like I like to I can read around 15 or 20 pages in an hour. Okay, so accordingly, if I have to make a note out of it, then I'll read the first five. For every 5 pages of notes, I'll make 5 pages of content, I'll make 1 page of note, or maybe like 4 pages of content, make 1 page of notes. So it's like the ratio of 4:1 or 5:1. Okay, and then give a due date over here. Now this particular part, this particular chapter, this particular topic of this particular subject, where is it coinciding? I mean, for example, is it coinciding? Like for example, people who are preparing for GS, the UPSC mains. Okay, so here it can be something like GS1 or GS2 or GS3 or GS4 or anything. Like for example, project management. Project management for me, it is in the field of upskilling, private sector based. What are the reference related? Like there is product management, okay, and maybe there is stakeholder analysis, and so on and so forth. Just some important parts of the particular chapter, or with relation to the syllabus, or with relation to the particular subject. Like for example, project management has no application in UPSC, but again, this subject in modern history has an application. So you can write GS1. Which part of the GS is it related? Is it related to society and development? Is it related to the like the art and architecture? So there are under the GS1 syllabus there are a lot of topics. Under the GS2 syllabus there are a lot of topics. So under which topic is it coinciding? What all topics is it coinciding? I'll show you a reference analysis after this. Here comes the main body. So here you maybe like whatever let's say you have studied for 4 pages. Okay, write the notes over here. So and so, and use hashtags as a main body. Okay, then you can use bullet points. Okay, and then again use a hashtag, and again use bullet points, something like that. You need not quote everything. This is the summary section. Now you may not write summary over here. You may continue this to another 2 pages, because if the chapter is long, then the summary will also be long. Like if a chapter is short, then the summary will be like it's cut short. For example, let's say the Indian polity, the first chapter, that is the making of the Indian constitution. Okay, so it is little bit long, but again the subsequent chapters are little cut short. So draw the same thing over here, same thing, and put a summary line. In summary, it's like whatever the notes you have prepared, just write the topics. Like for example, if it's about the first chapter of polity, making of Indian constitution, so like what are the things you'll come across? Like over here you can write regulating act, okay, followed by Pitts Act, any specific provision or any specific event, like when something was called as British possessions, okay, and the Governor General, when it became from Governor General of Bengal to Governor General of India, and something like that. So these kind of notes you can prepare on the summary aspect point of view. Okay, so this is something that is a Cornell method. Like just divide the page, topic, relevance, where it is used, what is the topic, what is the due date of revision, and summary. So when you are preparing in something in this fashion, what you have is you have an advantage. The advantage is you have everything in the most smoothest fashion. Okay, and this is something that will create a very significant difference in every aspect of your life if you start sorting things like this. Okay, and remember one thing, the analytical skills and mapping skills is very important going forward in your life when you will join a different kind of profession, or anything like that. So you will come across these kind of skills in a very tangible way. So now I'll take the camera and I'll let you go through the notes, okay, how I plan these things, how I actually take the note out of it, and you will be able to understand in a better fashion. Apart from that, I'll also show you the project management notes that I have, and how it creates, like what is the way I am taking notes of a topic which is not a syllabus topic but a outside topic. So this will give balance the paradigm of both the sides. Okay, so let's go for it. Jai Hind. Okay, so here is it. So this is about the current affairs part. Okay, so I use a lot of sticky notes. If you can see, I have a lot of sticky notes and flags, sticky flags and all that. So this is something I always keep with me, just in case you are interested in my desktop and all that. These are the kind of things that I have, and that's pretty much a motivational part of my room. Anyway, coming back to the topic, just see this part. Okay, is it visible? I'll just zoom in. Yeah, this should be good. Yeah. Just let me find a particular date. Let's go for this. Okay, so this was the editorial analysis of 1st December. Timestamp was 0311 hours. Actual date was, it was a current affair of the date of 1st December, but the date of actual studying and doing was on 6th of December. Okay, should I switch on the flash? Or doesn't make a difference? Okay. What was the source? It was from the YouTube channel of Rao IAS. That's a very good channel of current affairs, the daily news analysis. Yes, and this is all about the editorial and the prelims based stuff. Now this was the first column. Second column, as I said, it was a topic. So I had some important points to squeeze in, so I added one more, the horizontal row. So important topics from the mains perspective, and these are the points. Now again, this was the main body column. Okay, now here this is the continuation. I did not have a summary of the current affairs, so I'm not putting like that. Okay, so I just continued with the body, like context, when was it asked, it was given in the particular video, and what are the relation to the topic, like it is related to GS3, and these are the topics like technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management, etc. Role of external state and the non-other state actors in eradicating challenges of internal security. Yeah. So this is how I do it. Again, there was a different topic. That was topic 1. Again, for topic 2, I repeated the same diagram. Okay. So this is how the Cornell thing works. It's like the modified Cornell method. Okay. Yes. Again, it's like this. So it's just about sorting things into a different fashion, and this will actually help you a lot. You see, this is again a different day current affair. So like this. I keep, tallying from various resources. Like I listen to the podcast of, All India Radio. So, or some information from there, some information from newspaper analysis. Normally reading newspaper is becoming a little difficult. This is like the weekly current affair part. Okay. And this is what I showed you. Okay. So if I just go through the revision, you see there is one row. I've drawn 3 columns over here. The topic, main topic, timestamp, subject, anything like follow up or source you can write out over here. Is it editorial analysis? Is it like a main subject or a general study subject? Where is it related? What are the important topics of it? And this is the main body, and this is the summary. Okay, so now this was a thing about the academic part. Now let's come to the other aspect part. Note taking. Now let's say starting with project management. Okay, so I started this on somewhere around 25th or 23rd October. Okay. It's like that. So I use a lot of hashtags, and try to make flow diagrams. Flow diagrams are another good method where you can actually, convert a particular theoretical topic into a mind map form. Okay, and it actually works like this, using arrows, bullet points, and so on and so forth. This is to give you an analysis that how to work out things. Okay, like creating a page kind of thing, like whatever there is a page in MS Word, I will recreate something over here in a similar fashion. Okay,
Again, use of hashtags, use of diagrams. See, using now this is the flow diagram that I call. Like this was an entire topic. Okay, this was like an entire theoretical topic. Okay, about project and its elements. So then again I bifurcated. Okay, let's do it with a tree diagram. Let's the foundation, construction, finishing, and how things can work out. In the foundation, you have the blueprint and so on and so forth. So like this tabular form. So the more diagrams you use in a particular way, the better it is for you. This is like it's something like the path diagram, like what is leading to what. Okay, so let's say in history you can make a path diagram of whatever things are, like for example the dates, the chronology of events, okay, and so on and so forth. This is the kind of template that I purposely created. Although there is a ready-made template available in MS Word, but I created this from the notes. Again, this is something I study from Coursera.com. Okay, so Coursera is an amazing website for upskilling. There are a lot of courses in data science, project management, Microsoft Excel, and all that. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It's more of a note making analysis. Okay, you use diagrams, you use simplified things. Okay, like see, it's more tabular presentation. So what happens is here is the easiness of understanding. I mean, I'm really like this way of taking things up. This is all about it. So yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, so that was the video of the modified kernel method of note taking. This is how I make my notes, and I use it for all the platforms. Like for example, if it's for any upskilling or is it for any kind of academic purpose. I hope you can try and experiment with this if it actually fulfills your purpose. And there are a lot of many methods of note taking. You can just search in YouTube or in the Google itself. The note-taking method has a very significant impact in our lives, and as I already stated, many of the universities, that is from the Harvards, the Stanford University, the MIT and all, they actually incorporate a lot of efforts into following this kind of note-taking process. So give it a try and do come up with any kind of suggestions, feedback or anything or any kind of interaction in the comments. I will be more than happy to engage in conversations with you. I'm a regular to my Instagram answering questions related to the SSB or personality development or upskilling or anything like that that may help the college-going students or school-going students with a different disciplinary approach, or you can say anything that helps them to get a professional job or something in the walk-in interviews and all that. And absolutely all my initiatives are absolutely voluntary. There is any kind of fees or anything that is involved. If anybody is using my image to extract fees, please, that is someone is impersonating and that is to be reported to the cybercrime. All my initiatives on YouTube or Instagram, whatever I do or interaction with the students and everything is absolutely free. It's a voluntary initiative under the guidelines and the ideals of Seva is Param Dharma. I sincerely wish you all the very best. Please engage in taking precautions with the rising number of cases of the COVID. I have sincere prayers for you and your family members. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.